talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's good. It is good. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Jesse Sharon, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
Well, I'll tell you what. If last night didn't piss you off, the performance from Aaron Nola most certainly did. Absolutely disgraceful stuff. Again, from the Philadelphia Phillies. Fratty is in the house. All hail King Fratty. He says sell the team. I'm not
he's
sure.
Selling himself. Okay, I like that.
I don't know if I'm there yet, but yikes.
Middleton's not the That's all I'll say.
That was a disgrace from Aaron Nola tonight. In a night where actually the offense showed up to an extent. Jonah, we'll start with Aaron Nola tonight. He does not, in my opinion, seem to have a good mesh with Don Mattingly. Because you look at the last time he pitched. It was in Detroit, and we had the same conversation. The pulling him thing, the not pulling him thing, and then we had problems. Well, you don't pull him today, and today Aaron Nola goes, let's see, farther than he should have. My problem with him is this. I actually kind of like him for the first couple of innings.
I agree.
The fifth inning comes along, and it feels like he's a completely different pitcher, man.
He cannot go deep into games, and that's a thing that we kind of have to think about looking at this team and where they shape up around the playoffs. Aaron Nola is not the pitcher that he once was. They're paying him like the pitcher that he once was, but he's not the pitcher that he once was. Did I think he pitched horribly today? No, I didn't. I did not think that he pitched horribly today. I thought that he was bad in the sixth inning, but I never thought that he should have gone out in the sixth inning. So it is what it is. But Aaron Nola, he's not that guy. And I think we knew that.
Well, it goes to show, in my opinion, that, and I don't think this is a controversial take necessarily, the Dodgers, I think they're just a better team than us.
Yeah.
We saw it last night with the stupid base running. We saw a base running mistake again in that fifth inning, which we'll talk about. But you go back to October, a few months ago, with the wheelhouse play that Castellanos gets caught on the base pass. And I'll tell you what, I don't think the Phillies, I think I'll die on this hill. I think the talent-wise, I think the Phillies are there, comparable to the Dodgers. It's the fundamentals that are just not there. It's the little things. It's calling pitches in places where they shouldn't be. It's base running mistakes. It's swing selections that they make. There's just something that is different between the Dodgers and the Phillies. And I hate to say it, but I feel like this is a preview of October.
I'm going to disagree with you. I think the Dodgers are just a significantly more talented team than the Phillies. I mean, this Dodgers team, they were expected to be even better. Kyle Tucker has had a horrible season for them. Kyle Tucker, before this season, was considered potentially a top 10 player in all of baseball. Yeah, I mean, that comment it sums everything up.
Yeah.
They are more talented than Philadelphia Phillies, and they execute things better. But even when they don't execute things better, they can still skate by because, like I said with Kyle Tucker, he's been awful this year, and he's supposed to be one of the best players in baseball. You haven't heard a thing about him, but the Dodgers are still the best team in the league. Why? Because they can make up for him. They've had an Andy Pages breakout season. The Phillies have had an Andy Pages comparable breakout season too in Brandon Marsh, but he can't make up for the rest of the lineup not hitting. If one of the guys the Phillies are paying big-time money like Kyle Tucker doesn't perform, which he hasn't been, his name's Trey Turner, then you're going to hear about it. But Kyle Tucker, nothing, because the Dodgers are still going strong. Shohei Ohtani, he's elite. He's going to win another MVP. Mookie Betts is back into form. Freddie Freeman had 2 doubles tonight. This team is not going to lose in the playoffs. They're just more talented. They execute better. I'm sick of it, and that's why we're not going to have baseball next year.
Yeah, a shout out to Freddie. No, it was Rowe, excuse me. I got to go back to the comment. But yes, I absolutely believe that the Dodgers are 100% bringing on hashtag lockout 2027. I gotta find the comment. There it is. They absolutely are. It is a complete and utter disgrace. But I mean, I don't know what you do here. Because like they're told. I mean, there's probably no hope against the Yankees. But here's my issue, right?
There's hope against the Yankees.
They're gonna play these not great teams in the next couple weeks, and fans are gonna be back on the freaking bandwagon. We're gonna have like a certain other post-game show host. He's one of the most positive people I've met in terms of his team. I can't see us getting past the Dodgers in October. I can't and this is before the deadline. And this is like assuming Dombrowski does anything at the deadline. That's the other problem, because he's shown, at least when it comes to offensive talent, he doesn't go out and get what we need. And like, there's so many. We talked about this in our 302 Birds, Phillies chat. There's so many issues. I think we need 2 starters. I don't
know about that. I don't think we can be greedy. I mean, look, I'm confident for any game.
Starter issue that
who needs a 5th starter in October? They're going to make the playoffs. Even playing how they are right now, they're going to make the playoffs. They need 4 starters. Nola might not be the guy, but I don't care about a 5th starter. I don't care. I care about a 4th starter. That's what I care about.
But you need to get to the dance first. Like, what is it like? I don't know. To me, you see games like this, and yes, the Phillies are still 56 and 47. Second in the NL East. But there are games like this, and there's been multiple games during the season where the question, I don't think it's a stupid question to consider here. The way things are going, the Phillies, if they play their cards wrong, I don't think there's a possibility they don't make the playoffs, man.
I mean, there's a possibility of everything, but this team is not going to miss the playoffs. They've made the playoffs for the last 4 years. They're going to do it again. They have a high payroll. They have playoff warriors. Even though we might not think they are, this team's going to make the playoffs. They've been absurdly good under Don Mattingly. I can't give you anything once they get to the playoffs, but they'll get to the playoffs.
Here's something about Mattingly, man. I'm starting to I'm starting to not doubt him, but I'm starting to have question marks. I really am. I don't know.
I'm sorry, that's a little bit ridiculous.
Dude,
this is the best team in the league. I don't think we should be talking about how the season's falling apart after taking 1 out of 3 against the Dodgers. This is the best team in the league. Everybody knew going into this season that this team was going to take everybody down. This is a team that has talent and execution. There's no stopping that. No team can match their talent. No team can match their execution. Even when the Blue Jays last year in the World Series were performing to the highest of their abilities, they still could not match a Dodgers team performing. It's not going to happen. I don't think we can be talking about how our season's falling apart after 2 losses to the Dodgers. The Dodgers.
Okay, but let's talk about the previous series. That was garbage. And that was the Mets. That was the Mets, man.
It was the first series after the All-Star break. I'll give them a little bit of a break. Look, I'm not overly optimistic, but I will take the positives that I see logically. I see a team that's going to make the playoffs, and I see a team that's not going to do much in there unless they get absurdly hot, and they haven't shown me anything to see that. But they're going to make the playoffs. This is a good baseball club.
Well, how do you address then the base running issues? Because again, you saw last night, you saw, in October last year, and you saw again tonight. Bryson Stott this time gets caught going to third. When the ball was hit to third, he's literally running at the third baseman. That's stupid. That is stupid baseball. And that's not something to me that can be fixed. Like, that's not a major. This to me is an organizational issue. This is from the top down. Like, Stott came up. He was a prospect, right? So there's got to be something, and there's got to be multiple things that our development system is teaching some of these guys. It doesn't click.
I'm not sure about that. Players make base running mistakes. I would talk to Paco Figueroa. He's the base coach. He's the base running coach. I can't see this being an organizational issue. It's a couple bad base running mistakes. If anything, I'd talk to the MLB base running coach, hold him accountable. But this is not a major thing. It's players making mistakes. Let's talk about their mental. It's not a big conspiracy where they can't run the bases. It's something that is being messed up in terms of practice, in terms of the mental game. Baseball is extremely mental. There's no grand thing in the Phillies organization that is messing with these players' heads. It has something to do with their base running coach, maybe their third base coach. I don't know what's going on in the dugout, but I can tell you it's nothing major. This is a well-executing organization. There's no grand thing that's teaching the players to base running correctly.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a problem. You're absolutely right on that. It's a total issue, but it's just going to be something that they're going to have to work on. I'm assuming that their practices, I don't know what their practices look like, but they're going to be running. I know when my high school baseball team runs the bases terribly, that's all they do next practice. So I'm sure that this is going to be addressed. And these guys are professionals, so I think that while the mistakes will never be able to be completely weeded out, I'm sure that they'll be thinking, and by thinking, I actually mean not thinking, it'll just be second nature.
That's the other thing. Like, I feel like, and especially when they get in October, I feel like it is a mental thing. They get in their heads.
Yep,
they totally get in their heads. And again, that's not something, again, that can be fixed.
Yeah, you can try. But I mean, look, the Dodgers, back to them. I know I'm talking a lot of good about them, but they just beat our butts in this game. So back to the Dodgers, they had a couple seasons where they were extremely talented, World Series favorites, and they can't get over the hump in the division series. That's a mental thing. They beat that, and now they're the most dominant team of this decade. So I'm going to give them time. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that they can win the World Series. This is the Phillies. But that's not because of their mental state. That's just because they're not as good as the Dodgers. I think that a mental thing is not the hugest issue.
Yeah. Well,
but it's absolutely addressing.
Yeah. Well, speaking about a potential issue, the next couple of days, you have the Philadelphia Phillies. Yes, I'm using the graphic from tonight's show. Go check that out, by the way. Phillies, Yankees. We were trying to get on a Yankees fan, but he got a little bit busy. Shout out to Mikey D. Came on the show earlier, on the main show on the network, earlier on in the day, earlier on, just about an hour or two ago. But we go not to New York, home. We stay at home and we play the New York Yankees. 6:45 your start time on Friday. And again, this is a series where I don't know. I am not the most confident. The Yankees are doing incredible things this season, even without Aaron Judge, which is really something. That guy, when he's right, and I mean he's always right. He's putting balls in play. He's tearing the cover off of the baseball. But they're doing this with Cody Bellinger. They're doing this with Ben Rice. Those are two guys that actually carved up Christopher Sanchez in the All-Star game, which is really, really cool to see. Well, not cool to see for us, but cool if you're a Yankees fan. But the Yankees right now, again, they are very, very hot. So going into this upcoming series against the Yankees, you do have that top of, you're getting to the top of the rotation. So that helps a lot.
Absolutely.
We have Friday, again, 6:45, you got Luzardo, who's been actually really good, this season. He's actually better on the road than he is at home. So that gives me a little bit of pause. But his last home start was actually really
I don't
good.
know. He's been really, really good in his most recent starts. I talked earlier this season about how he was up, down, and was flipping a coin to predict his performance. But recently, it's been just bang, 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 just master classes from Jesus Luzardo. So I'm going to ride the hot hand, and I'm not going to doubt him until he shows me that I could.
Yeah. Well, game 2 of the series versus the Yankees, of course, we going against Warren in game 1. Warren coming in with a 4 ERA. I think I'm not in the game of predicting, especially with the Phillies, but you would think against a guy with a 4 ERA, the Phillies would be, would hit the baseball. But game 2, this is where you have problems. Cam Schlittler going on the bump for the Yankees. You don't actually have an announced pitcher for the Phillies on Saturday. Maybe it's Sanchez.
I think he's going Sunday.
So does that mean? Let's see here. Does that mean potentially? Yeah, he's going Sunday. So does that mean a bullpen game versus the Bronx Bombers? Yeah, that's an L.
That is exactly what that means. And I'll tell you, I mean, Cam Schlittler, yes, he's good. He's probably the favorite for the AL Cy Young right now, but he does not scare me. He is not the kind of pitcher who scares me. And maybe he'll earn that reputation in a couple years, maybe at the end of this year. But right now, he's not the kind of player who's really scaring me.
Cam Schlittler, a guy with a 2.6 ERA, doesn't scare you?
No, I mean, yes. Do I think they're going to lose? Absolutely, I do. But I don't think Cam Schlittler is in that high echelon of players. He's not Jacob Misiorowski. He's not Paul Skeens. He's not Zach Wheeler. He's not Christopher Sanchez. Is he good? Yes, but I need to see a whole season from him to believe it. Do I think they lose that game? Absolutely. I don't think that they're going to win the bullpen game, especially against that kind of pitcher, especially after what I assume will be a Phillies win. So Yankees coming off a loss, starting their ace against the bullpen game, they're going to win that game. But I don't think it's going to be because of Cam Schlittler.
Well, game 3 of the series, you do have Christopher Sanchez versus Ryan Weathers. Weathers with a 3-7 record, 4.40 ERA. Sanchez 12-4 with a 2.71 ERA. In his last start against the Dodgers, he went 5 1/3, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. So, not exactly the Christopher Sanchez start that you would hope for, but I mean, 7 strikeouts and 7 strikeouts. So, how do you see the Phillies faring up in Game 3?
Well, they win the most of the games that Christopher Sanchez starts. So I'll say it's going to be a win. I don't really like Christopher Sanchez's statistics against the Yankees in his career, but also Christopher Sanchez's breakout came recently in the grand scheme of things. So I'm going to trust my guy, Christopher Sanchez. He's been a little bit shaky recently, but like I did not say about Cam Schlittler, Christopher Sanchez is a kind of guy who I would fear if I'm the Yankees. He's real. I mean, he basically throws the best pitch in the league. His changeup is unbelievable. Maybe you think about the Splinker or Mizorowski's fastball, but I would go with, maybe I'm biased, but I would go with Christopher Sanchez's changeup. And I think that, look, I'm not going to bet against my guy. I think with the pitcher that I want on the bump in a win one game, you win the series, which theoretically they win one, lose one, and then they're going for the series win. Hopefully I would pick Christopher Sanchez to be that guy, so I'll say that the Phillies will win that game.
Well, hopefully that is the case, and we can, shut that guy with the Yankees.
Nope, you're pointing at KJ, it looks like.
Definitely
Definitely don't want to shut him up.
No, I don't want to shut him up. I want to shut that guy. Am I doing it right?
I don't think so.
Damn it! Oh, yeah, like it's.
I don't know how it looks on the screen on the stream, but not from my view.
Oh man. Okay. Hopefully we can shut the Yankees fan, Mr. Mikey D, up. Go check out his appearance earlier on tonight. Again, on the main show, KJ and Dalt hosted that. They did a great job. We're trying to get the viewership up a little bit. So all the help and love would be appreciated. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for us. No show tomorrow, off day. And then the Phillies play the Yankees on Friday. Not sure who I'm going to have on for that one yet, so stay tuned. I know it won't be Friday. He's been killing it.
The Jersey Shore Blue Claws game.
Beautiful. I mean, I think the Iron Pig's still clear, but yeah, that's nor here nor there. Hey man, facts are facts. Anyway, people, thank you all for watching. Thank you to Ro. Thank you to Dalt for showing up. Tyler, if you're new here, I saw a couple of your comments. If you're new here, please, if you have not already, please go like, comment, and subscribe. And that's to all the new viewers. If you haven't already, like, comment, and hit the bell. Hit the bell so you get notified each time we go live. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you to TechPick for sponsoring tonight's stream. Appreciate you all. Let's go, Phils.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show, proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today.